That is crazy how long that just took to boot up. I literally have been just sitting here. It always tells you, the system always says, I know, as soon as the camera comes on, I just start yapping. Y'all should be used to it. But it always tells you, it's like, hey, this could take up to 2 minutes. It's like 4 or 5 minutes. I'm just sitting here looking crazy. But y'all remember I was telling y'all yesterday about sometimes just running to the computer and it's like you just coming on stage at the last minute when you got a stage show. Yeah, today was definitely like that. If y'all knew the morning I had, like, y'all should start calling me Superman. I don't want y'all to think because the channel's growing and I'm getting full of myself or anything, but literally I've been Superman this morning. Because usually I wake up early, like five something, start looking up news stories, see what's going on in the markets and crypto news, get news stories together for you guys as well as put the lesson together. So like I said, I don't just come to the screen and just turn it on and just start talking and just sitting here chilling, sipping hot cocoa while y'all ask questions. And I see how a lot of these other lives go, but I'll put work into it. But the fact that I had a whole nother morning this morning and then ran to the computer and started this live, like it's been a crazy morning. I can't believe I did it. I'm proud of myself. If y'all don't call me Superman, I'll call myself Superman because I don't even know how I made it to this live. It's been a crazy morning. But thank you guys for showing up as always. You should be used to my yapping by now. But I got some good stuff I want to talk about. Two of these stories in particular I really want to look into. Like I said, I really want to keep you guys, like, I know everybody uses the channels like, oh, we're micro cap hunters or low market cap hunters or whatever. Like, we do that too. But I want to make sure you guys understand what's going on in the market. I don't get too deep into all the stuff, but stuff that you should know, you know what I mean? So you know what's going on in the market. So like I said, I wake up early, like 5 a.m., look for these stories and stuff. But this morning, I just had a whole nother morning. But I still got some good stories for you. I didn't dig in as deep as I wanted to in these stories, but I'm definitely going to dig into them later. But yeah, so listen, if you're, I know everybody got used to the pump we were having and it was going crazy. And I know I'm not being, inconsiderate or condescending or anything, but I know as soon as people see a little bit of retracement, they start getting all afraid and like, what's going on? But listen, this is not that much, because I saw some people talking about it already. They're like, it's coming. Somebody went full crazy this morning and was talking about, see, I told you it's going back 32. Man, we are not. Listen, I'm not God. I don't have a crystal ball. They need to give me a sponsorship. I love this order. Um, but I don't think we ever in our lifetime are going to ever see 32, 34,000 again. I mean, like, it would have to be something really crazy to happen. So listen, this is not it's just a little retracement. I mean, that's why I pulled out to the weekly. So y'all see we've been going up and down. Maybe you just didn't catch it when you saw it going down. It's 51.7. We're still good. We blew past 48,000 way over here and we blew past 50,000. We've been above 50,000 for a while now. So we've been above 50,000 since Valentine's Day. Well, since Valentine's Day, but still good. So listen, don't be afraid. Y'all chill out, relax. Don't be talking about I'm gonna pull out my altcoins and buy back cheaper. It's so funny that I know this lesson that I think everybody else does, but no, I see it all the time. Every cycle somebody does it, even if it's their second or third cycle, they still be like, I'm gonna buy cheaper. Like, get a good entry and chill. So anyway, that's the Bitcoin price. We always got to address that, see where the market is at, because Bitcoin kind of controls where the market is at. Let's see what these other coins are doing. Yeah, you got a little red here, but it's not bad. It's really good. Solana's still at 108. Oh, it just went to 109. But yeah, we're good. Y'all chill. I've been so busy this morning. I haven't even been in my own group to see what you guys been talking about. Um, but so if you are feeling a little nervous, or if you're just on the channel and you just watch the channel, just chill. It's cool. But I've been seeing some people like in panic mode. I'm thinking some other influencers out there are saying some crazy stuff like, we going down. And listen, if you got a good entry, you're fine. Don't be trying to be a trader. I ain't gonna preach that today. But yeah, I am definitely Superman. As y'all can see how I'm dressed, you can tell that I'm always chilling in my t-shirt. It was a whole nother morning. But let's get into the news stories. So appreciate you guys for showing up, being on time, even though I was a little late. But it was the system's fault. I don't usually pass the blame. I take responsibility, but the system was just twirling. Anyway, so I'm gonna throw this story out. in the beginning. I'm not being petty. I'm gonna just give my little quick take on it. Um, and move right along. Somebody would probably be like, no, that's not what it is, but whatever. So anyway, I saw this. It said Jupiter, this is investment reporter. Jupiter's canceled their Ripple and XRP ETP investment after self-compliance inspection. I'm gonna just sum it. I'm not even gonna read all that. What I just believe this is I tell people this with crypto, with stock markets, with anything that happens in this country, inflation, printing dollars. They do it because they want to, and they make up a fake reason that sounds valid to why they made the decision. I just, XRP has been a big thing in the crypto space for quite a while. It's one of the first altcoins to come into space with promise, and a lot of people bought it in the beginning. But what I think is happening, a lot of people saying like, okay, I know the technology XRP said they have, and what they say they do. Then we had the regulatory compliance, so all that kind of stuff. I think people just realize XRP is not going to give them as many returns on their gains, because just like I'm telling the regular watchers of the YouTube channel and the people in the Patreon, like all these people who are saying like they know what's going on, and that's including me. But I'm always trying to study. And they're like, these coins are out right now, so these coins are going to be hot coins, but they're not realizing the stuff that's going to come out later. I believe these investment companies, they probably saw like, wait a minute, there's other stuff besides XRP. What is this thing over here called Celestial? What's this thing over here? And they're like, oh, we can make more returns. And they just made up some BS reason why it's an easy cop out. It's an easy cop out. Self-compliance, like, yeah, because XRP just went to court here in America and had all these legal cases. So it was an easy cop out. And that's all I feel it was. But once again, I'm just saying that to say, listen, this is not to be petty. It's not to make fun of XRP holders, but I'm just like, if you're on this channel, you're here this early in the market, you have a chance to make more gains, more X's on your returns than something like XRP, which is already at a gigantic market cap. Once again, I'll repeat, because some of y'all this gonna bore y'all. I'm gonna just go through it for the new people. It is not about price. You can make more gains on something that has a price of $50 than you can make on something that has a price of 1 penny, because it's about market cap. It is not about the price of the coin. Sorry, y'all. I've been busy. But anyway, I think that's what happened here. So let's get on to some more cool stuff. Some of these I think you guys will like. I don't know. Listen, I'm gonna say this one more time. Y'all realize that I try to bring y'all a different live every day. I try to keep it fresh. I don't just come on here and do it with the same thing every day. I try to make a new topic, which takes time. So I try to bring y'all news stories. So I hope y'all appreciate this stuff. That's all I'm saying, and join the Patreon, whatever. So anyway, so I saw this story here. Now I did miss talking about one of these. Anyway, let me say what the news story is first. If you're squinting at the screen, it is Jumbo Phone. It's a phone in a partnership between Aptos. With Aptos, they say they wanted to be a gateway for Web3 for emerging economies. I'm actually going to read this first paragraph here. It said on February 15th, Aptos Layer 1 blockchain network unveiled its collaboration with little-known African tech firm Jumbo Technologies to introduce the Jumbo Phone. You should know what, you don't have to know what Jumbo means, but we'll get to that later. My lady, she loves Swahili. So anyway, my ADHD, y'all. Let's start over. Is that cool? On February 15th, Aptos, a Layer 1 blockchain network, unveiled its collaboration with little-known African tech firm Jumbo Technology to introduce the Jumbo Phone, a Web3-based smartphone tailored for emerging markets with a price tag of $99. The device is poised to expand access to Aptos' ecosystem across Africa, Southeast Asia, and Latin America, and to bridge the gap between advanced technological ecosystems and regions with significant unbanked populations facing economic pressures. So we're really right now with if you've been in crypto a while and you were here last cycle, what I feel like they pull in the Cardano, once again, I'm not even gonna make fun of Cardano today. I'm gonna leave that alone. But I know the Cardano was expanding into Africa, did help their price, some good news. But what I really brought this article up to say is like, first it was the Solana phone. I just pre-ordered the second one. Soon as it, within 2 hours of it coming out, I pre-ordered the phone. I'm big on Solana. I know a lot of people like to talk about downtime, how they hate Solana, whatever. I don't care. I bought the phone, but what I'm saying is you see more people doing this. Actually, Avalanche had their phone. I didn't bring that news story to the channel. I think that's when I was just starting the channel. But so you got the Solana phone, you got the AVAX phone, now you got Aptos that has their phone. So it's really just showing you like it's amazing that you're really living through this technological shift, even though you don't realize it. This is the equivalent to when we were living through the internet coming aboard, and it was like what was it, Netscape, and then you got Internet Explorer, which everybody roasts all the time, and then we got the Chromes, and we had AIM, AOL, and all that kind of stuff. But you're living through that now, and this new technology, and you're seeing the phones come out, like you saw the new smartphones when it was like the iPhone 3G. I think that's the first iPhone I had. I don't really rock with iPhone anymore, but I'm gonna leave that alone. Um, but you're getting a chance to live through the shift, and it's dope. You can really tell your kids and grandkids the story of how all this stuff came about. And like I said, stuff like this is bullish because it just legitimizes more what crypto and Web3 is. And maybe we have to start using the term Web3, even though it's not exactly the same, but whatever. So people can realize like what it really is. We're moving into something new. This is not Web2. This is not what y'all used to. So this is really dope. I can't wait to see the phone. I can't say I'll buy this one, but eventually, if I'm gonna be rich at the end of the bull run. So I'm gonna probably cop all these phones and see what they all doing, and support whatever. I want to get more into what Aptos is, but I don't want to take too much time today. But here's a story that I like. I like this story here. Let me get my notes over here. And as always, I'm gonna look at you guys' comments in a while, so I'm not ignoring you. Somebody yesterday was like, "Why'd you skip my comment?" Like, I'm not skipping out. I'm gonna get there. I just try to get through my stuff first. But this one is I didn't get deep into it like I want to. Is my sound still good? Y'all let me know. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Yes. Okay. Everything good. So this story here, I didn't get to get deep into, but obviously, I think you should look more into this later, as I will myself. Uniswap version 4, like featuring hooks tentatively set for Q3. Um, I know y'all love my bloopers. But I'm hoping, and actually we're going to talk about some stuff later on about some projects that you guys asked me about that have some great elements about them that, hopefully Uniswap is incorporating. So really I pulled the story up and I just had to talk about it. Even though I didn't even read the full article. What it's saying is Uniswap is going to have some updates. So we hopefully there's some bullish updates, as a lot of people even in the Patreon talk about. Hopefully it makes it easier to use. I don't want to necessarily read this because I don't want to read just nothingness. I want to look into this, but some of the dynamic fees, on-chain limit orders, customized on-chain. Like I said, I haven't read through the article, but we are looking for some updates in Uniswap. Look, they're going to wait to the bull run. Everybody wants some bullish news or whatever. Maybe it'll pump their token. But let's hopefully it makes it so easier for us. Like, I understand all this stuff backwards and forward. I can make DEX trades quick as I don't know what, no problem. I know how, whether I'm buying my ETH on Ethereum or whether I'm buying my ETH on Arbitrum or whatever. I have no problems with it, but it would be nicer to make it more streamlined and make it a little bit more easier for us to use. So I'm hoping maybe I'm gonna read some stuff in this article that's gonna make me bullish on it, and I'm hoping there's more stuff that's not even in this article. Make the interface a little bit better, easier to use. It's easy now, but it could be better. You know what I mean? And I'm hopefully with the Dencun upgrade, as I'm just saw it on screen too with Ethereum, that these gas fees can get cheaper when we cashing out our tokens at the end of this bull run or whatever. Listen, I told somebody the other day, they thought I was crazy. It's fine. Listen, everybody invests different. I never try to make anybody copy me, but I was like, it was like, do you sell alerts? I was like, I don't sell, man. I've learned my lesson. I've been through this 3 times. Like, I find stuff I believe in, I hold it to the top. Because as I used the example the other day, everybody's like, if you would have got in Shiba and Gala at this market cap and held on to the end of the bull run, you would have made this much money. But nobody ever does it. Like, everybody's always jumping out trying to find the next trade. You can find a new coin to invest in, but as little as possible, you should be trying to pull out of something that's barely moving yet, and it's could have astronomical returns. Um, but anyway, I'm just really hoping that we get some really good stuff with this Uniswap V4 upgrade that they have going on. So now this is dope here. I know this is a little small. Let's see. Can I make this a little bigger? Let's see. Oh, that's getting smaller. That's not getting bigger. Oh, let's try that. I don't know. I think it's about the biggest we're gonna get it. But as you can see here, it's just showing like the volume that Coinbase has been having from retail investors. It goes all the way back to Q1 of 2020. You can see it was like 12 billion. But let's just get more in perspective, because even if you weren't here last, at least if you were here last, like, I'm sorry, you can get a better understanding of what these numbers are. And if you weren't, you still get understanding. So Q1 of 2020 21 was kind of beginning, like when we was really starting to get kicked off, and everybody was feeling good about holding Cardano and Matic and Solana or whatever. Matic and Cardano people was crazy last. They were just crazy last cycle, including XRP. But in that first quarter, 2021, we had $120. Excuse me, $120 billion of volume. Q2, which was crazy, like that was, we got 145 billion. Then we had the sell in May and walk away. So everybody was a little leery. They was scary because most people don't realize that May is kind of like it's kind of drop off, and people thought the market was ending. So that Q3, it was only 93 billion in volume. But that tippy top of Q4, the parabolic returns come. That's what I'm trying to tell you about holding your tokens. When those parabolic returns came, 177 billion on Coinbase from retail investors. So that's when everybody was just throwing money in the market. All my friends everywhere was asking about what Shiba was, and I heard about Doge, but what's the Shiba thing? So that was crazy part of the market. And in Q1 of 2022, not laughing at anybody, I know a lot of people rode it to the bottom because we kept being told Bitcoin was going to 100,000. And so a lot of people held on. So there was still $74 billion in volume. And then people slowly realized, like, something's going on. It went down 46, 26, 20, 21. And we, Q2 2023, we were at 14 billion. Q3 of 2023, we just passed through 11 billion. Q4 2023, we are rising up. We're now at 30 billion. So we haven't been at 30 billion since Q3 of 2022, when people were still in denial that the market was falling. More so, think about Q2 of 2022, when we were around 40 billion. So what I'm saying is the volume is ticking up. And I already know this Q1, y'all should know, y'all saw Bitcoin, that I can't imagine what that volume is at. But it's just showing that retail investors are coming back in. The bags are about to be pumped. And it's about to be crazy. It's about to be crazy. And so this is one quote. I always say this in a different way, but I like the way they put this quote here. It says, is that the Kobe I know? I follow a lot of people in the crypto space. But anyway, said Kobe once tweeted about something someone told him, and it's good to always remember. This is one sentence. Y'all listen to this. It says, you act too quickly when you're trying to grow capital, and you act too slowly when you're trying to protect capital. And that's what I'm always saying on the channel. Like, so what people do is they heard some influencers say Bitcoin's going to drop. And so what they do is you hold on to your money. You don't put any money into the market because somebody told you Bitcoin was going to 30K, even though the project you're looking at is already at a low market cap. It's a great entry. You don't want to take the entry because you're afraid that it's going to fall. Like I said, I haven't had too many that fail, but I did have one, and y'all should know what I'm talking about. I got in, and like I said yesterday, if I got in at the dollar, it went down to 30 cents. So it went down 3 times where I got in. I'm cool because I'm cool where I got in. When it went down the price, I just started buying some more of it. But that doesn't usually happen. Usually if you get a good entry, just be cool with that. So people be trying to hold like, I'm gonna wait for the dip. I'm gonna wait for the dip, and you don't end up getting in. And then what happens is it says you act too quickly when you're trying to grow capital. You see somebody talking about some project, you don't even know what it does. You just saw the name, and everybody's talking about it, it's pumping. That's cool. I be relaxed on this channel. I tell you all the time, I don't mind missing. I don't mind missing a pump on a particular token. I'm in the ones that I have conviction in. You're not going to catch all of them. Why are you trying to hold all of them? It's not Pokemon. Like, stop trying to catch them all. Like, get a few that you believe in, and wait for the gains to come to you. Especially if it's a good project. So, but I really like that quote. I'm gonna say it one more time before I move on. It says, you act too quickly when you're trying to grow capital, and you act too slowly when you're trying to protect your capital. So y'all try to remember that one. This was tweeted by Delta XBT. I'm not sure which Kobe they're talking about. I know like 2 or 3. So, but yeah, it's a good quote to consider. Wow, I feel like I blew through this pretty fast, but I'm gonna get to the things you guys been asking me about. Usually on today, of course I'm always get to the comments, but usually on days like this is probably second Friday. But listen, usually I'll try to answer like 7 to 9 of these. But for one, I'm gonna run out of stuff to answer in a while. Number 2, I'm spoiling everybody by answering too many picks on stream, and I realize that some of these I do want to save for the Patreon. Even if you ask about them, I'm like, hey man, this might be low for the Patreon or whatever. But I do try to help people on the channel. Once again, as I always say, don't abuse it, and don't think like, oh, I can just ask my questions and I don't have to join the Patreon and I'm getting all the alpha. You're not. You're missing a lot. So anyways, I'm gonna talk about something real quick that I've talked about before. that somebody asked me about, and it's very important for people to know. And the reason why people keep asking about it is because it's going to be a big narrative, and people do need to understand this. So I want people, when you see a project and people talking about it, I want you to know why it's bullish and what it is, and not just be aping into something and not knowing. So I'll talk about the subject, then I'll answer the tokens you guys asked about. Maybe I don't get to yours today, but I'll get to it. You can ask questions in the comments. I can do a quick review, but these other ones going to be a little bit more in detail. One of them has some really good information I think is important for people to know, especially if you're new to the space and even if you've been in the space a while. Anyway, now that my ADHD is calming down. Um, okay. So the thing I've been asked about quite a bit this week. So I don't know who's talking about it, what influences you heard it from, or maybe you saw a project that everybody was like, "Oh, this project is gonna be great," and so you're asking, "Why is this great?" But once again, I love using this. And it's blockchain parallelization or parallelism, as some people say. Blockchain parallelism. It's all the same thing. But pretty much, like, I use this example all the time with parallelization. It just means, like, usually on a blockchain, when you're doing transactions, you're buying your meme coins or you're buying your tokens, there is one checkout line. There's one cashier to check your transactions out to say that John Doe bought, $2,000 worth of bunk or $4,000 worth of bunk or whatever you're buying. And so there's one person to do. There's one lane. Parallelization, just like it says, you have parallel lanes on the road. You have two lanes or sometimes more. But it just means you open up more cashiers. Parallelization means you open up more cashiers to check out more people to put through more transactions or whatever. I always use the example of, going to shop for groceries on Christmas or Thanksgiving. The lines are usually busy and long, and they start opening more lanes so they can check out people faster and get more transactions through. So parallelization allows for faster transactions, and it allows for lower fees and allows the blockchains to scale more. I know that's a term you probably heard, don't understand what it means, but it just means you can do more transactions. You can have cheaper transactions without congesting the network and slowing the network down. So parallelization is a big thing this cycle. That's why I was saying the other day, pay attention to what the narratives are this cycle. I'm not knocking anybody. I'm just trying to give you information for you to use in your investing. That yes, trilemma was this big thing last cycle. Nobody's really talking about trilemma this cycle, like, except for whatever projects, right? But those are not the big narratives this cycle. You have modular blockchains, parallelization, depend, gaming, all that kind of stuff is the stuff people are focused on. So that's why you keep hearing the terms parallelization and parallelism. And so another thing about this, like, is this too deep? Don't want to talk about that. I'll leave that one alone. I'll leave that out because I don't want to throw anybody off. Um, I'm getting too techy. I'm gonna leave it on. I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna leave it alone. If y'all want to hear it, just say it in the comments. And like, what was that thing you were talking about? Then maybe I'll talk about it if y'all want to know. But it's along the lines of parallelization. So anyway, let me get on to these projects that you guys asked about. Like I said, I can't spoil you guys because I'm. You know what happens is, like I said, I do like 7 or 9. Friday is like the day that I try to answer all the little questions you guys have about your projects, and I'll do 7 to 9. But like I said, one day I'll run out, and then a lot of people get spoiled and thinking they can, and some of them I won't talk about because I do want to give them the Patreon, but my Patreon's got to get the good stuff, so I'll talk about these today. So this first one is along the lines of what I was talking about earlier, hoping that Uniswap incorporate some new features into their decks or whatever. Now Uniswap covers mainly the EVMs. You have Ethereum, so that would cover Ethereum, Avalanche, Optimism, Arbitrum, Polygon. I said Optimism, Avalanche. Those guys, Solana. Some of them. You usually went Solana, you want to have a Phantom wallet and use Radium, but you can hold your tokens on there, and Dogecoin, Bitcoin, and whatever. Those guys. So now the project is, and I'll put it on screen because I know how you guys are about that. The project is Turbos. Not sure why they did that, but maybe there's a Turbo Finance, but they wanted to go with Turbos. I guess that's double fast. I'm not sure what they were going for there, but whatever. But Turbos Finance is a non-custodial, hyper efficient. They want you to know that it's hyper efficient, a hyper efficient DEX or decentralized exchange. You know how you have your centralized exchange like Coinbase, Mexi, KuCoin, Bybit, OKX, all those. This is a decentralized exchange. For those of you that are new, I know some of y'all just rolled your eyes. It's cool though. So it's a hyper efficient DEX built on Sui blockchain. I did not look deep enough to see, but I'm thinking there's just really for the Sui ecosystem right now. I will look deeper into it, but they do have some bullish elements about them, and I will talk about it. So once again, I don't FUD every project. I don't hate every project. I will say if something's good, but I just try to give y'all the good and the bad. Well, let me check one thing real quick. Well, y'all see it too. Okay, that's not the best. Okay, no, it's pretty good. It's pretty. It's on. Okay, I'll talk about that later. Even though y'all just saw it, whatever. I'll come back to it. So anyway, Turbos Finance is a non-custodial, hyper-efficient DEX built on Sui blockchain. They want to reduce slippage for traders. So I know a lot of people in the space that have been in the space 2 and 3 years that don't fully understand slippage because I see them ask about it all the time. So if you're new, you're getting this probably with some of the rest of them. For you guys who are super smart, don't roll your eyes, just chill. We're going to get through this. So Turbos Finance wants to reduce slippage for traders. And so what slippage is just pretty much is when you go on the DEX and you get this quoted price. Sometimes it's hard to see the price, but they'll say, hey, when you make this transaction, you're going to get 2,000 tokens. Slippage is the difference when you actually get your tokens and they only give you 1,800 and you're pissed off. And you're like, what? Like that's slippage. So the reason for slippage is, don't get ahead of yourself. Okay, so some of the reasons for slippage, is that when you're buying on the DEX, especially when it usually is like Ethereum, like on Uniswap, you got a lot of people doing transactions. And so the network is congested. And so your transaction, remember we just talked about parallelization. See, this is all coming together. I didn't even plan this like this. This is good. I don't care what y'all say. I'll be putting these things together for y'all. So with Uniswap, people hate it because of high fees, but what happens is the network gets congested, which means instead of your transaction going through right away, by the time your transaction goes through, it might be 2 or 3 minutes, but the price has moved. And that's the slippage. You thought you were buying at 10 cents, but you actually ended up buying at 12 cents. And I know that makes you upset. So you get less tokens. So you're getting slippage. So it's up, my bad, I slipped. You know what I mean? Like, sorry, I was trying to give you 2,000, but I gave you 1,800. So that's what slippage is. But, and like I said, it's usually due to a congested network and your transaction fees going through slow. The price is moving on you. Sometimes you might get lucky. Hey, sometimes the price might go down. So it's not always all bad. And that's happened to me quite a few times. Like if you buy it at the right times. Another main reason for slippage is low liquidity. Like you'll see when a token first launches, and I don't know if you buy something on the DEX and it'd be like, hey, dude, the price impact is 20%, which means if you thought you were about to buy 100 tokens, you end up only getting 80 tokens because the price impact is high. And that's usually because nobody has really bought in it yet. There's no liquidity on the DEX for the team hasn't put liquidity on the DEX for the token. Excuse me. And so, yeah, so it allows sometimes for you to get more tokens, but most of the times it's less token. Let's be honest, you get less tokens. So that's what slippage is. And so they're trying to reduce that. So this is really bullish for this project. Now, this is one of those techie things that maybe not everyone will understand, but for the people in the space, for a project like that, you really kind of only need the people in the space to understand it for it to pump, because yes, we'll get to it in a minute, but it's a low market cap. But yeah, like I said, the network congestion, the price can move a lot by the time your transaction goes through. And so, so let me say this too. So there's also, when you get on Uniswap, you see where it says like your slippage amount. So you might say, hey, I only want to allow 5% slippage. If it's more than 5%, then I don't want this transaction to go through because I don't want to be losing, I don't want to be losing tokens that I could be getting. So good things about this project is I think what they're trying to do is really cool. Sui is new, so I don't know how many. I don't really follow the Sui ecosystem deeply, but I can bet they probably don't have a lot of DEX yet. It's a low market cap. Very bullish thing about this is there's only about 3x between the circulating market cap and the fully diluted market cap, right? But the crazy thing is that's even better that you guys are like, it's a low market cap, right? And only 30% is in circulation, right? So, a lot of these gaming projects and different projects, they'll have only 10%, sometimes 5% in circulation, and it makes people stay away from them, but they still gonna pump. I keep trying to tell y'all this. But the bullish thing about this project is 30% is already in circulation. But here's the big kicker. Only 10 only 10 more percent is coming into circulation by the end of this bull run, which we're thinking November, December-ish of 2025. So it's only 10% more that's coming in circulation. So that's this token doesn't have more dilution really to come into circulation. Um, if I remember, let me not make this statement first. Let me check. I got some notes on it. Let me check my notes real quick before I lie. Yeah. That was right. That's why I got so many projects in my head. But so, like I said, so there's not much dilution behind this token. I'm pretty sure somebody's going to start shilling it, and it does have one really good backer, I would say, and some other decent backers behind it. It's a low market cap, is what I'll say. Y'all do your own research, and to be honest, not financial advice to ape into this, and I don't want the Patreon to think, oh man, why you told this on the channel? Well, sometimes I'll talk about stuff on the channel. I try to help everybody out. But once again, y'all getting the good side of it. But yeah, something like this, by the end of the bull run, I can't say immediately, but something like this with that low dilution and market cap, this probably could 100x, like decently pretty easy. I think it's an easy 50x if So there you go. Y'all can't find another channel like this. Y'all tell me. And once again, Patreon members, don't be upset. Somebody brought this to the channel. I talked about it. I had saw it, but sometimes I'll talk about stuff on here, but y'all still getting the good stuff. Y'all still hearing it because if y'all on Patreon, y'all should be watching the stream. But yeah, this is a pretty decent looking project. Got great backs behind it. Low market cap. It could really have some upside, and I'm pretty sure some influencer is going to really shield the crap out of this. Will I pick it up? I can't say yet. I do stick to my investments. Like I say, you can't catch them all. This is not Pokemon. I know y'all gonna love Pokemon Go when it gets on VR. But yeah, so there's that project. And here's another one. Actually, I have to pull it up because I haven't even pulled it up yet. So where do I actually already somebody asked about this, and you guys on the Patreon should have known about this a long time ago. Because I already put information out about it. But I think I started talking about this around 100. I think I put a buy alert around probably 80 something. I don't know. Listen. But yes, it's still pretty decently low. Now it has, this year has gone up quite a bit or whatever. I think it started around where did it start at? So yeah, it did start around $25 or whatever. So it's up about, a little over a 3x or whatever. But anyway, this project is Metis. It has some bullish elements behind this project. I didn't even notice that. Sorry, hold on, y'all. I'm sorry. Hold on. Let's get back to my notes. So anyway, Metis is a layer 2 for Ethereum. They use optimistic rollups to improve Ethereum speed, like I was talking about earlier, faster transactions, scalability, and all that kind of stuff. So use optimistic rollups to improve Ethereum speed, the cost to make it cheaper, and it's that gives us the ability to handle more transactions, pretty much like most layer 2s do. But let me put this in my notes because I don't want to skip this. I'm actually have to look at one more thing that I haven't looked up yet on this as I talk about it. Give me a minute, y'all. Let me just look this up real quick so I can just say all this together. I know everybody's, other shows probably like all polished and they just had their stuff lined up. But I told you I ran to the computer at like the last minute after already feeling like I had a full day already. But I'm gonna get to you guys' questions in a minute. So just give me a minute here. Yep. Oh, okay. So that's that. All right. Anyway, so back to Metis. I told you it's a layer 2 for Ethereum to make it faster, cheaper, and put through more transactions. One thing that's bullish about this project is Vitalik Buterin's mom is one of the founders to this project. If you're new to the space, and I know some of you guys are, Vitalik Buterin is the founder of Ethereum, which is the second largest cryptocurrency, which this Metis is a layer 2 for. So, I mean, your mom made a layer 2 for your project. You kind of got to promote it. I mean, she can't kick him out of the house because he's like a billionaire or nothing. But come on, dude, it's your mom. So So a lot of people bullish on it for that reason. His mom is one of the founders to the project. And one of the other, I don't want to get deep into it because a lot of it is tech stuff that may bore you to death. But what I will say is they have what they call the decentralized sequencer versus a centralized sequencer. And that in itself, I've explained this before, but it's along the lines of, once again, what I was talking about parallelization. So the sequencer is not the cashier necessarily, but it's like the sequencer puts the transactions in order. So it says that John bought Bonk before Jilly. Oh, Jilly? Is that a name? What of Jill? You know, or whatever. So it puts the transactions in the order that they happened, right? And so it puts them in order, it packages them up and sends them off, whatever. And I'm trying to just explain this in layman's terms so everybody can answer it. But so with most blockchains, they have a centralized sequencer, which means there's only one person doing the checking out. Let's just make this simple again. I'm using the same example. So there's one person checking out, right? Now, if your boy is the one that's the cashier and you come up there, he probably gonna put you ahead of everybody, right? Because he can do that. He's the He's the centralized sequencer. He's the only person looking at the transaction. He makes all the rules. He's the big dog. So I walk up to my boy. I'm like, man, listen, man, I know it's 8 people in front, but let me skip to the front. Go ahead and check me out real quick, right? And so that's what the sequencer can do if it's centralized. But with a decentralized sequencer, there's more people watching the transaction. So you got like 5 people up there, and it's like, man, you're not about to let your boy just come on up here and check out before all these people. You're not about to let him cut line or whatever, because it's 5 people. It's no longer just one person making the decision or whatever. So that's a really bullish thing in the space because everybody's all about decentralization and in the blockchain space or whatever. So meet us down. Remember, it's a layer 2 for Ethereum. It helps transactions go through quicker. It makes them cheaper. More transactions can go through. Vitalik Buterin's mom is one of the founders. Is bullish because Vitalik Buterin is the founder of Ethereum. His mom made a layer 2 for his project. It's like you're doing a science project for your school and your mom pours the tomato sauce in the volcano. I don't know if that was the best example. I don't really care, but whatever. Anyway, so that's what it does. It has a decentralized sequencer, which makes it more fair for transactions going through to make sure that nobody's scamming or doing fraudulent stuff. Because if there's a centralized sequencer, it can slip some money to itself, as y'all know some of these projects do or whatever. So just explain it in layman's terms so y'all understand really what's going on. So yeah, like I said, instead of one person, you have 2. Another thing that's good about this, the dilution is only like a 1x away from what I'm seeing, because the circulating market cap is 446. This is on screen, right? Yeah. The circulating market cap is 466 million and the fully diluted is 889. So it's like our 1x. Not much dilution to come into it. But I feel like a lot of people are going to be very, 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 very bullish on this project due to Vitalik Buterin's mom and what the project does and what it offers. So yeah, that is that. And I'm going to look at you guys' comments and questions right now. No, I did not do 7 and 8 picks like I usually do. Is somebody? Oh wait, y'all been saying the camera been messing up? I'm not on the VPN. Y'all let me know. Is the camera all right now? Dang, I guess I should look at the comments earlier. It looks fine on my end, but y'all let me know in the comments. Who's this guy? CryptoZo said, I'm here. Then CryptoZo said, the system is booting. Oh yeah, that's me. I still want to learn how to say your name. I don't even want to pronounce it wrong. Is it Kahu or is it Kajus or how you say it? Forgive me if I'm saying it wrong. Y'all be have some interesting names. I like that. Lucas said, "Hey Zoe, what you saying? What you saying? Patreon picks are pump. Oh yeah, I read it with the wrong inflections. Patreon picks are pumping. Keep it up, bro. Yeah, man, I'm trying to tell y'all. Y'all, let me do a little shield. Okay, I gotta put that on screen. Oh, it looks like I got a message in Patreon. Maybe that's a new person in there. I will get to them after the screen because I'm, kind of talking to you guys right now, but I'll get there. But anyway, yeah, check out the Patreon. Lucas telling y'all the Patreon picks are pumping. My Patreon, I don't know why I can never remember it, but it is patreon.com/cryptozo. It is only $50 a month. That's probably cheaper than every other Patreon out there. And we got a lot of good alpha. I think a lot of people are like, oh, that's cheap. Maybe there's no alpha over there. So I feel like you got to make it expensive for people to think is worth it or whatever. For y'all that's in there, the price will stay the same. But I did say I'm going to raise the price eventually to the Patreon anyway. So yeah, anyway, Ronde Jack said, morning, Zoe, Patreon crew in the building. Yeah, I appreciate you guys coming to the stream. I know I put it in there way late, like what the link was or whatever, but I'm glad y'all keep up with the channel and see the alerts and everything. But then you said look, 36 minutes ago, you said we can't see you. When did that happen? And then cause you said the camera's off as well. But I'm guessing the camera's back on, right? Hopefully. Are y'all serious? Y'all saying the camera's off? Are y'all playing with me or y'all for real? I think y'all joking with me. Oh no, y'all serious. It is off. Wow. So y'all just been listening. Man, wow. I don't know why it's off. Let's see here. So I've been running the podcast is what I've been doing. Oh wow, that's crazy. It's always something. I listen. I can't even tell y'all why it's off because in the streaming software, it is definitely on. Oh, this is why do I keep having these little? Let me see. Let me try something. I don't even know what to try because this is hilarious. Why is it always something? And on my Friday, I love my Friday streams. I don't know why. I couldn't even tell y'all why. I could not even begin to tell y'all why I've been having a podcast today because in the streaming software, the camera is like, you know what? I'll try this. Let me try this real quick, y'all. Let's see this. Oh man, am I back? This might just be a podcast today, man. I don't know. That is really weird. Why can't technology just work right? But I'm glad y'all was just listening. But look, all of a sudden, maybe that's why a lot of people dropped out of here. They're like, "Hey, y'all like see me? I look that good. Y'all got to see me to stay on the stream." Like, oh man. Hey, we're gonna get the information out there though. Listen, every stream can't be perfect. We'll just run a podcast today because I'm definitely looking at myself in the streaming software. Um, I can't tell y'all. I couldn't even tell y'all why. But anyway, let's keep going. Let's keep going. I'm not gonna let this sidetrack me. He said he thought it was on purpose. No, it's not on purpose. I have no idea why this thing is acting up. Like I don't understand. Anyway, Elon said we can't see your shirt. Oh, I was talking about my shirt. Man, it's all good. Camera messing up again. Anyway, Crypto Rose said XRP is a dinosaur. Yeah, man. It's not even just about being a dinosaur. It's the fact that even some of the older coins that could potentially pump that are old, you know what I mean? They don't have as high as a market cap though. So yeah, it's a very, very high market cap the XRP has. So it takes a lot of money to move it. And even though we're gonna have a lot of money, and I'm pretty sure XRP is gonna have its pump or whatever, but as I always say, I feel like that money that's gonna pump into XRP and Cardano is gonna flow back into our smaller altcoins or whatever. Wow. Yeah, I'm kind of stuck on the camera. I hate technical difficulties, but anyway. Um, Ron just said, "Yeah, this live is different because we can't see you." Oh man, I wish I would have noticed that much earlier. Maybe I got to start looking at the comments first, and but I just can't even imagine why it would even do that. Boss said we can't see that handsome face, sir. Yes, it's kind of because I kind of look kind of dapper because I was coming in from something else too. Like I said, I had a whole nother morning this morning, and yeah, it's all good. It's not like I did it to get dressed up, but it's just kind of weird that it's not working. I mean, in the streaming software, it's just perfectly fine. What are my thoughts on Say Crypto Rose said? My thoughts on Say, I wish I would have got it. I wish I would have got it earlier. But once again, I was telling, like I said yesterday, I got into my blue chips early. I'm a DGen, so like I said, I got Solana, Injective, Celestia, and caught all of them at great prices. And so I'm cool with the blue chips I have, and yeah, I'm fine with my blue chips. And so I really wasn't at that time. I wasn't really looking. When I started looking again, that's when I could say, Sui and Say had, which are I think both pretty good. Aptos is lagging behind, also good. So yeah, that's some alpha. You can do your own research on those. But yeah, I like Say, but I didn't get in early enough, and I'm cool. I'm finding my DGen picks now for tremendous upside because I feel like even where my blue chip bags are, I mean, I feel they're going to perform like probably some of my excuse me, my other altcoins because of how early I got in, right? So I'm really good on that, and I do myself. I wish a lot of you guys could get out in the Patreon earlier, and actually I started it a little bit later anyway. Um, But yeah, the Sui and Say train, I kind of miss those, but I'm fine, man. I got my blue chips. Man, where's my Friday stream? Yeah, I'm definitely still thinking about it. I'm trying to keep moving though. But yeah, Say is cool. Say is cool. Crypto Rose said, "Man, is so focused on the alpha, he doesn't realize the camera been off the whole time." That's dedication. Yeah, man. Like I said, I really here to deliver information to help people. Most of the stuff that other people are paying attention to, like telling y'all to smash the like and on the way and share the stream and stuff, I'm usually not even focused on it. I'm just really trying to put the information out there. Um, I was liking my lighting today and everything. It's y'all not seeing anything at all. Uh, Love Francine said it's off. Emily said, "Bro, love." Emily said, "I'm gonna get that name. I'm gonna get it." So, said, "Bro, love your live stream. What do you usually do on the weekends besides crypto research?" Now, on the weekends, and this is the thing I've always been. I hope people in the Patreon kind of take this for themselves. This is actually very important. I love you actually that you asked this question. Um, I think I have a great relationship. I believe my lady thinks the same, and we have a great relationship. I am not, what am I saying? I don't feel like I neglect her, but I am a workaholic. And sometimes I'll just work, work, work. And yeah, I was at one point, especially even when we first started, I would do crypto 7 days a week. I'll still be in the Patreon all 7 days of the week. And as you see, if you're in the Patreon, I slip my head in there once in a while. But Friday night, I try to give to her and spend time with her. And the weekend, which is really Saturday, I try to make sure I'm spending time with her. And but Sunday, I'm a church guy, so I do church like the black people do church. It'd be a while, so but so Sundays that, and then spending time with family after. But I do try to peek my head in the Patreon during the week. And once again, I'm not, once again, I'm never pushing my religion on anybody, whatever, whatever. But that's who I am, and so that's how what happens on my Sundays. My Saturdays, I try to relax, and sometimes I still don't get a chance to relax because I may see something I have to research and get on top of, um, and whatever. But yeah, I try to take a rest on the weekends. It's actually harder for me, harder than y'all know. When y'all probably thinking like, man, he hasn't been here all day like he usually is or whatever. Trust me, it's just hard. It's hard for me to be like, hey, just chill though. Like you got to spend time with your loved ones, whatever. But I'll do a little research on the weekends, maybe some airdrop farming. But I try to chill, and I think everybody else should do that too. Yes, we know crypto does not sleep; it's 24/7, and everybody's talking about when the bull run gets here, it's going to be no sleep. That's how my mindset has always been, and to be honest, it's still kind of there. But listen, you got to rest, man. Like I don't think people like, isn't it? Sleep is more. I think sleep is the most important first. You can die. You can die faster for not getting proper sleep. Then you can die from not having water. Then it's food. So sleep is more important than water and food. So I can't play those games, with my health. But anyway, that's a long-winded answer. I always get into life talk on here. Y'all should be used to it. But Lucas said, yeah, the camera is there is no problem on this side, none whatsoever. I mean, everything is there. I just tried to even switch the little layout a while ago, and it's not good. After thoroughly testing your computer, we've observed that the chosen resolution could not possibly place a slight burden on its performance. What are y'all talking about? What are y'all talking about? Oh man, I know what I should have just set this up a little earlier. I know what happened. Like I said, I was yeah, it's all good. Let's do the podcast. Let's do the podcast. Still off. Eddie said, I'm looking at my computer screen while at work anyway. Okay. Oh man, that makes me feel good. You at work still checking the stream out. I appreciate that support. Oh, y'all don't have many questions today. Everybody chilling on y'all just chilling on Friday. Lucas said, what dates did you say we were looking at for money to flow from blue chips to our DGen plays? I mean, no particular date. Let me actually, that's a very important question too. So no particular date, but once we get to the top of the cycle and people realize like, okay, this bag is not moving as fast as I want, or maybe I've already made a 20 or 50x on my blue chips, then they're gonna start trying to find something that they can make more gains on and more X's on. So they get that 20, 50x, they'll come back and they're going to try to find something maybe with 100x. I'm trying to chill and get those from the beginning. Here's another thing that a lot of people, this is, I can't even say this is like my alpha. Everybody's starting to realize this, from YouTube channels to crypto influencers on Twitter, everywhere, is that this cycle is going to be different. You see people coming in alts like already like, oh, I know how this game works. 100x's is in the alts, and they like a lot of people are straight bypassing a lot of the blue chips, which is why I say even for mine, I keep preaching. I'm not going to talk about any particular projects. When y'all thinking these things going to do like kabillion, jillion, whatever, some of them just going to be chill because a lot of people are coming straight into the low cap alts. You know what I mean? And so it may be earlier. That's why. Look, I don't forgot my own thumbnail. I put this thumbnail up while I was in mayhem. But anyway, the point of the stream today was really supposed to be like, hey, are you ready? If crypto starts taking off now, are you already in those alts that's going to give you tremendous gains? Or are you in some cool DGen play that just 4x and you trying to see if it's going to keep running up and you can get a quick 2x? Because I see people asking about that. Y'all know how I feel about that. Hey, Zoe, like, where can I get a quick 2x? I don't know, bro. I'm here for the 100 and 1,000x's. Like, that's why I'm sitting and chilling. And usually one of those plays that I'm waiting for 100 or 1,000x will be where you can get a quick 2 and 4x. But I'm not trying to move around to chase no quick 2 and 4x. I'm not trying to pay my current bills with those. And I understand some people have to do that, but that's not why I'm here. I'm trying to make life-changing wealth and retire so I can have money that I can travel every day of the year if I want to. That's what I'm shooting for. He said, talk more about life. I love it. Like I told, she already knows this. I'm gonna have a whole channel about this later, and not one of, like I said, not one of those fake podcasts where they just try to be like, oh my gosh, my life is so cute and amazing. Like, I really want to help people. I've been through a lot of my life that y'all would probably not even begin to believe. Like, yeah, I've been through a lot, so I try to give back and help other people. The problem with the world now is, see, now you got me talking about it, but the problem with the world now is that you don't have enough people mentoring because some of them are scared because at the same time, a lot of people don't listen. So, but I say, even on my stream, I say, even if they're not going to listen, I'm going to give them the information and maybe it'll ring back through their ears. Because you hear a lot of people like, oh, these teenagers don't listen today. Well, just say it to them and see if they remember it. A lot of times they may ignore you in the moment, but they're going to remember it later on. So I try to help people avoid the life mistakes and stuff I went through. It's easier if you got mentors. Like, mentors are so underrated that it's crazy. And that's in everything: basketball, finances, anything. What are my plans after the bull run is over and you can retire? My plans after the bull run are to invest in and finance all my own films without needing any outside funding. I don't have to ask any producer, any production company at all. I don't have to partner with anyone. I could do it out of my pocket. I don't share most of my stuff, but I've already produced and written some films and stuff. And of course, I'm an actor as well. Like I tell people, actually, I'm going to be in a show that's coming out in a couple of weeks, BMF. So I'm an actor as well. But so yeah, I know how to shoot feature films at a pretty cheap level already. And I literally do all of the jobs. I'm a DP, I'm a director, I'm a composer. I compose my own music, I edit my own stuff, I color graded, I cast it. I literally do it, and I do it at a high level. It's not one of those things where I was like, ooh, I'm the jack of all trades. No, I'm really good at all of them. Like, I'm really good at every last one. So because I know how to do all those jobs, I can produce my films for cheaper. But now, after the bull run, I'll be able to finance them without having to go to a lender or anything like that. So yeah, those are my plans after the bull run, and I'll be that next. Trust me, like, you'll see. It'll be like, oh, of course they're gonna compare you to Tyler Perry. They're gonna be like, oh, this dude's the next Tyler Perry, whatever. So yeah, that's my plans after the bull run. Eddie said, "Do you think people will exit early this cycle because they know how this game works?" They're gonna try. It's gonna be mayhem. Everybody gonna be scared. Yeah, I think it's gonna be a little crazy, and that's the part we got to watch. That's why I'm so focused on right now to make sure we in the right place, because yeah, people gonna be nervous. They're gonna be it's gonna be crazy. Dan the man, so funny. Dan the man. I always use that as a when I'm talking to people. Anyway, you ever heard of? I thought you said turd at first. Heard, man, you better be careful with these meme tokens. Um, oh wait, oh no, you. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. Okay, of the meme token combat. Oh, I don't know if I heard of that one, but you gotta be careful of. You got to be careful with these meme tokens, my guy. I don't even know if I would look at that. I haven't even heard of anything. I haven't heard of that one. Crypto Rose said, "Not Tyler Perry, more like Spike Lee or Tarantino." Yeah, but I'm just saying, that's what they automatically compare you to, automatically. So, yeah, I'm gonna be doing my own thing. Yeah, and I'm a writer as well, so that's my main thing. I think a lot of you see a lot of these Tubi films, and they're like, "Oh, these films are bad." It's because a lot of people writing is hard to understand. It's not as easy as people think it is. Like, everybody thinks it's easy, but it's not. And so that's the main thing I have in my bag, is that I'm mainly a writer. Then I'm a director, producer, and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, no, I'm a really good writer. I'm a really good writer. So yeah, I got all that stuff. How old am I? I can't tell you that. Actors never tell their age. You seem to be wise and young. I'm young. I'm probably older than you think I am, but I'm young. You're not really old until you like you can't say you're really old until about 80. 67 still young, 71 still young to me. But the funny thing is I've always been wise like this. Or like can you say I don't think you're supposed to say you're wise. You can't say that about yourself. But I've been this way since I was like a child. I've been very very observant. I always listen to older people and I observe how people live their lives and all that kind of stuff. Um, oh, what is that? Oh, so I still got it. Yeah, but yeah, I just I like to learn life, man. I like to break it down and analyze it and all that kind of good stuff. Let's see here. Is there going to be a profit taking strategy plan in the Patreon? Yeah, I'm working on that right now. But like I said, I try to tell people to chill on that right now. We're just getting good entries right now. Um, like as far as like what stable coins to go into, what part of the cycle. Because the thing is, and I hear a lot of people saying it now, and I'll talk around the subject of profit taking, but we don't know if this cycle is going to be the same. Same, like there's so much speculation about this being faster because we're moving astronomically fast right now. Like if you haven't been in the cycle before, like where we are right now is like the first top last cycle, like around the April before the May sell off happened. We're kind of like far as Bitcoin price, we're well at least as far as Bitcoin price, not the full market cap of crypto, but the price level of Bitcoin right now is like what we had in March and April of almost the top of the cycle, which actually really that April May area. I think it was like May the first or second week of May was the top of Bitcoin. Forgive me if that's incorrect, but I think it was matter of fact. I think it was like the second week of May, first or second week of May was the top of Bitcoin. Um, no, it actually did. It got up to 67 in November. I thought the top was, but so at 61,000 we hit that in April. So it was April, and then I think it was like May 18th when the market released the altcoins started falling. But anyway, so we got to see if this cycle is going to be faster or not. And so, yeah, but I will definitely be helping people with that as much as I can because none of us have a crystal ball. Dan the man said, "What's a good bag I can hold down that will 50 to 100x?" A good bag that you can hold down to do a 50 and 100x is patreon.com/cryptozo. That's that because I keep that information for the Patreon members. Now, if you have a different name on stream than you do in the Patreon, and I don't know it, then that's something else. But you can ask that in the Patreon because I can't give all that stuff out on stream. Lucas said, trying to put in a lot of work to find that 1000x, but it's hard finding something low enough market cap that has really good potential as they have so much money in them. Yeah, and that's another thing. A lot of people are launching at higher market caps this cycle. I'm like, y'all not trying to give us a chance for 1000x. Like I said, unless this market goes stupid crazy, I will say one of the picks in there, even with the dilution, if it goes crazy, let me see. That it could one of those picks could get close to 1000x in the Patreon. Probably a couple of them though, but there's one in particular I have in mind. I think I've already told you, Luca, which one of that is. I think. Yes, and I like you said, I know the dilution is there, but I'm just saying if it goes stupid crazy and some of these narratives really catch on, I could see one of those at least getting a 300x. Like I said, probably more, but this is the one that I just really been thinking about that's in the Patreon. Dan the man said, I'm gonna join your group. I've been around and you speak the truth. Yeah, I trust you, man. I'm really here to try to help people, man. And like I said, $50. I'm not trying to, break anybody's bank account. I feel like that's a good price. It's way more than a good price for the stuff you get in there. And I'm gonna raise the price soon. I'm gonna cut off the group soon. It will not be one of those astronomically big patrons because that doesn't do me as much good as people think as well. A lot of people try to get rich off their patrons, and man, some of these guys are making a killing. I know some people that definitely shouldn't have was making like almost $250,000 a month, like, and had no alpha at all. I don't know how they pulled that one. That's some good scamming, but let me stop. I want to end my stream on that. But anyway, thank you guys for showing up. I need a little nap or rest. I probably still won't take it. I'll probably start researching. But thank you guys for hanging out on the stream once again. I really appreciate you guys. Eddie Rose said, join us, Dan. Yeah, go ahead and join, man. I think you definitely get your money's. No, I know you'll definitely get your money's worth. And so, yeah, appreciate you guys hanging out for me, and I'll see